Laila's International Kitchen. Today we are going to make Zaatar bread. You can use it as an appetizer or a light dinner. Let's start. We need to have 2/3 cup Zaatar spices. You can buy it at Middle Eastern store, or if you are in California, you can purchase it at John's. 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour or bread flour. 2/3 cup olive oil. 1 teaspoon sugar, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon yeast. Now let's mix the dried ingredients with 2/3 of a cup of warm water. I'm not going to add all flour. I'm going to save a 1/2 cup just for later, because as you know, when you mix a dough, sometimes you need more flour. And after that, just a quick mix. I start to add the water gradually. You have to add the water gradually, because sometimes, you know, it depends on your flour, you need more or less water. A little bit more. So now this looks like a sticky dough. At this point, I need to knead it with hands. So I need to put some flour on this area. And because of that, I asked you to save 1/2 cup. So dough here. And I need more flour. And I start kneading it. You should use this part of your hand. It helps you to knead it really well. Just very gently. You need to knead it about 10 minutes. As you are kneading it, if you need more flour, you can add more flour, but just be careful, do not add too much flour, because you don't want to have a very heavy dough. You have to knead your dough until it doesn't stick to your hands. See that? It's still sticking to my hand. I need to add more flour. As you see, my dough is ready. It doesn't stick to my hand. It needs to rest for an hour to an hour and a half. I put it in this bowl and I cover it. Now I'm going to mix Zaatar spices with olive oil. You can add olive oil gradually and just mix it. Very simple. It's very simple. That is the consistency that we are looking for. It's like a paste that you are going to spread it on your breads. So you need to turn on the oven and preheat it to 400 degrees. Now we are checking our dough. As you see, my dough doubled its size, and now we are going to work with this dough. First, it's better to spread some flour on the surface. So in that case, it doesn't stuck on the surface. Start a little bit kneading it. Now you can use anything you want. I use this small knife to just cut it in half. That amount of dough gives us about 6 pieces of bread. We start just rolling them like a circle. You don't need to have a perfect circle, just you make the circle that working with the dough is gonna be easier. Okay, we have 6 balls. As I said, you don't need to have them perfect. Now we are going to make our bread. Again, you need to spread some flour on your surface. Just very gentle. You don't want to have them very thin. Half an inch thick is a perfect sizing. This shape is totally fine. You don't need to have it in a perfect shape. Now it's ready to put it on a tray. Now we are going to spread the Zaatar's paste on the breads. And it doesn't matter to be perfect, but you have to spread it evenly all around the bread. If you don't cover the edges, it's totally fine because when you put it in the oven, it's spread all around the bread, so don't worry about it. It's been 15 minutes. Now I'm gonna put it in the oven for 8 minutes. Yes. Once you've plated it, you can serve it with cheese or eggs on top, or simply you can use olive oil and vinegar. Bon appetit!